Well, 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 well. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. How y'all doing? Howdy do. Howdy, howdy do. Let's get that Wi-Fi turned on. It's been a while. Everything I can't remember. Morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Trying to get the old tendons and ligaments warmed up. Get them all nice and the blood flowing. When you get older, you can't just jump into it like you used to when you were younger. That's for sure. That's for sure. Gotta get that blood flowing. Gotta warm up those tendons, ligaments, get everything nice and loose. Say good morning when you show up if you can, please. Let me know you're there. You missed it. I just hit 365 for 8 on the squat. But I was doing my my abuser past series, the childhood trauma video. I haven't been able to do 365 in a long time with my knee problems, and I was just able to do it. I could have got a couple more. I could have went 10 for 365 at 10, but I'm just trying to pace myself right now and not push too much because I know I could easily hurt myself. I was talking to Simplify Mechanic morning, and he was suggesting that I don't push it too much. He said if you did 315 for 10 last time, he's into fitness and stuff as well. If you did 315 for 10 last time, you don't want to try to hurt yourself trying to jump up there real high. I told him I wanted to go 365, and he said maybe try 345 and just step your way up like 20 pounds, 20 pounds, 20 pounds. I thought about it this morning, and I was like, you know what? Even though that's the smart thing to do, I'm just going to jump right to 365 and do it. And I did. Ended up getting 365 for 8. Good morning, Car Guy. Good morning, Leroy. Good morning, Harl. Just trying to get a quick arm workout in before heading off to the circus. Trying to let this tricep heal from trying to push too much. But contrary to popular belief, it's not going to heal properly unless you train it at higher volume so you can get the blood flow and stuff in there and allow it to start attaching new fibers and stuff and then working it a little bit. And that's the truth. How are you guys? I know some people are lurking right now. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. But how's you be? Hey, Mary, there you are. The next video that you guys watch about my childhood growing up and the foster care and the abuse and everything. It's not so much about abuse anymore as much as the different foster homes that I was in and the weird politics involved. But a lot of at the end of it is a lot of how I initially ended up, figuring out about being in relationships and, sexual activity and all that stuff as a teenager. And it goes in pretty deep on my first few relationships before I went into the military. And I stopped it at, I had just gotten in a relationship with this girl named Sarah. And all these years later, I get married to a woman named Sarah, which is not the same woman. And it just so happens that both of these Sarahs know each other. And this is a 14-year period apart from the time I met the first Sarah and dated her to the time I met this Sarah and married her. What a small world. What a small world. But we talk about that in the video at the end, right before I end it, and don't tell any information about her until the next video. That should be a cliffhanger. That should be a cliffhanger. If you make it that far into the video, because that's a 45-minute video, it's going to be long. A lot of people are probably thinking, ain't nobody got time for that. Well, you might have to make time for this one if you want to watch it all. Or you might have to watch it in stages, because it's crazy. It's crazy. How's the audio? Is the audio clear? I'm using a mic setup now instead of hearing all the stuff in the background. I think it's supposed to be a little bit noise canceling. Tiger Eye, there you are. Good morning, Tiger Eye. Yeah, this is a what is this company that I'm using? I don't even know. It's a I don't even know how to say the name. It's a Kokihu. Kokaiho. Kokaiho. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. I don't even know how you say that name. Kukiho. But seemed to work pretty good. A lot of birthdays and stuff the last few days, a lot of celebrations. So 5x5. What are we talking 5x5? No. No 5x5 for me. No. I'm trying to grow and trying to burn fat and stuff like that, and not get stronger. Well, I don't mind getting stronger, but 5x5 is more for strength building. It's not really for all the other stuff. I like 8 to 12, unless I'm doing squats. Squats, I like set to 10. I don't know. It's just me. 5x5 audio quality. I don't know what that means. I'm just going off what I think it means. Remember, I'm not into all that other, like, some of you guys know a lot more about editing and audio quality and visual effects and stuff like that. Me, I don't know anything about any of that. If I plug it in and it sounds better than what I was using before, I'm good. So, what does audio quality mean? Not audio quality, what does it mean? But what does it pertain to on the whole 5x5? No clue. I'm dumb. As a dumb. Gary, you're the audio guy then, not me. I hear 5x5 and I'm thinking like sets working out. I don't know nothing about that stuff. I know nothing about it. Ooh, brother. Brother. Is it canceling the heaters in the back when I'm talking at least? I tried doing a dry run earlier, and when I was speaking, walking across the garage, I didn't really hear the heaters as long as I was speaking. And then once I stopped speaking, I think they came back. Loud and clear. Gotcha. Now, what do I want to do here? Do I want to go to the Easy Curl bar, or do I want to do dumbbells? I love cable stuff, man. Lately, I've really loved just a wee bit in the background, but that's only when I'm talking, right? Does it cancel it out completely when I'm talking? Because when I'm not talking, like right now, if I be quiet, but then if I start talking again, I noticed in the video that I was listening to, all of that stuff faded away and it was just about my voice. So that's kind of like where I'm trying to draw up whether or not it's working. Let's see here. Oh, geez. Well, then I think I'll stay at it the way it is, right? I'm thinking that's what I should do anyway. Stay at it the way it is and don't change anything until it needs to be changed. I know there's better quality mics out there, But even these cheap mics like this seem to be like a game changer for a lot of people. So I guess at first I was just a little weary of whether or not like even the cheaper ones would work, but they seem to be working pretty good. So I guess I'll just keep it that way for now. I was gonna get a Rode set up, but the Rode stuff, I don't know if you call it professional quality. I think you can because they're name brand. But I know for sure a lot of people swear by Rode. I was gonna order one of their sets and see how I like it. Because I was told by everybody that they're one of the best ones that you can get out there. Again, I don't know how true that is, but it seems like it's not just one person saying that it's very true. So, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Sam? Happy Friday the 13th, Chi-Town, Buster. Yeah. Happy. Right? That's what it's supposed to be anyway, happy. Is it happy though? Is everybody happy? How many people are not happy right now? You know how to make yourself happy? If you're not happy, how do you make yourself happy? And don't talk about wanking your willy. You sickos. You sickos. Sick people. Oh, that feels good. That feels real good. Ooh, buddy. Good morning, brother, from another dad and mother. Another dad and mother. We come from the same papa, just so you know. We don't come from different papas. We come from the same papa, Chi-Town. The big man upstairs. Remember that. Brothers in Christ. I was watching a video this morning. Kind of made me a little bit emotional. And every time I see these videos, I think to myself of what I really need to be thankful for. And it was a baby that was born, and the mom had lost a lot of blood. And the mom was not able to make decisions because she was so out of it. They didn't know if they were going to be able to save her or not. And the baby had a blood clot in the cord and was unresponsive. They were pretty sure that they had lost the baby. But the parents showed up to make the decisions for their daughter. And they had asked the priest in the hospital to come and baptize the baby in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The priest took his holy water out and rubbed it on the baby's head. Right after the baby had felt the sensation of the water on the head, the baby raised its head and turned it sideways and almost tried to make out this little yelp and put its hand up in the air. And about that time, I got so emotional, and I thought to myself, all the things that I take for granted, and something is this beautiful, precious life that was about to be taken from these people. All it took was just a little bit of faith, some prayer and love, and bam, holy water, the priest, call it what you want. I don't care. You don't have to be a believer. Call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. Stuff like that doesn't happen just because. It doesn't. There's a divine entity out there that looks over all of us, regardless of what it is. If we're wrong and it's not, but in my belief, I believe that I believe in God. So I did a 10-minute walk this morning. It was really cold outside, so I didn't really prepare. Didn't have a nicer jacket and some gloves on, so I went for a 10-minute walk to try to do some kind of walk before I came out here and I started recording. And on that walk, the entire time, all I did was pray. I prayed after watching that video. I prayed being thankful for my daughters and my wife and my life and just in general. And I recorded the whole entire thing. It's 9 minutes of prayer and me speaking life out into the world because of all the adversity that I've overcome, the things that I've been given in my life and had the opportunity to be a part of other people's lives. It was surreal. And I don't know if I'm going to ever release that video, but I may end up releasing that video. Lately, I've been praying a lot more. I've been believing and loving a lot harder. And even in church the other night, as my daughter got confirmed, it's every song that the church started to sing, it's like I automatically knew the words to it, even though I'd never really been taught those words. Like I knew they were sung in my church back from when I was younger, but I'd never experienced this choir. I never experienced these songs. And as they were singing them, every word was coming in my head, and I was able to sing the songs with them. And I'd never experienced anything like that before in my life. So I felt compelled to just basically hit my knees in a sense, bend down, bow my head, and just start praying. And it was the most surreal, divine feeling that I've ever felt in my entire life. It was absolutely crazy. And I look at my little girl, and I thank God for giving me a strong, healthy baby, allowing me to be a part of another child's life, allowing me to come into my daughter's life at 8 years old and be that father figure that only grandpa was, and to become that person. And no matter how, stressed I can get sometimes and how raising a teenager can be very difficult, I find the pleasure and the lovingness and just the ability to be a part of somebody else's life. I find the pleasure and the happiness and all that, rather than focusing on the stress and how aggravating it could be. Momentarily, it seems like, this is hard. This is crazy. I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to have to be arguing with a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old. But you know what? It really ain't all that bad. She's going to grow up to be a fine young lady and a very strong young lady. And I'm glad that I got to be a part of her life and be a part of that and be able to instill a certain set of values and beliefs in her life and help her and guide her in figuring out who she is. And I think it's all because of the man upstairs. How did I go from being in an abusive childhood to almost getting killed multiple times, going off to Iraq, and wanting to take my own life, multiple times, to being able to stand here and witness to you guys in the name of the Father. I've been baptized twice, once here in the United States, and I asked to be baptized again because I was losing my faith in 2008 in the middle of a war zone. The chaplain baptized me, and I was born again. Anyway, I believe in God, that's for sure. You can't do this alone. And there's no way that I've been able to be here as long as I have under these circumstances. If Jesus wasn't real, if God wasn't real, I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. His blood has washed away a path for all of us. And that it's only because of him that we're all here, able to say the negative things and the positive things and hate and love and all these other things the way that we do. And that's my belief. I'm not perfect. I'm a sinner. And I don't deserve his love. But I'll take it with open arms. So if you don't believe, and you're somebody that's watching this video later, just understand there is somebody out there that loves you no matter what. Regardless if you believe in him or not, he loves you. And he'll never stop. Oh, Sam. Yeah, buddy. I wish I was still able to. The baby's getting old enough now to where I should be able to start jumping on and gaming with you guys a little bit more. That's for sure. Arms looking huge. Well, they're getting there. They're not huge yet. I still got more fat to lose, man. I let myself get out of control for a while. And they're little arms, man. Little arms, little guy. So yeah, I hope I get on there soon with you, Chris. Welcome to midlife. You'll do fine. I hope. I pray I do. Anthony, I haven't heard from him in a little bit. I know last I checked, he said he had looked a little part-time job and getting his teeth all lined out and worked. He'd only used drugs just a few times over the last year and a half, and it'd been a long time since he did last time, and it's getting easier and easier for him to stay away. So, for all I know, he's doing pretty dang good, but it's been a while. Love and peace to your entire family. Hug your daughter every morning. I feel like I am living through a never-ending nightmare up here in Canada. Evil exists out there. Excuse me. Sorry. I know that was right into the mic. I should have pulled it away. got into a car accident a few years ago. It was an absolute miracle I came out of it alive. I've been a God-fearing Christian ever since that day. Praise God. He's been brother to me when I needed it, which I appreciate. I'm always going to be here, Chris. Even though I'm not on Call of Duty playing with you and stuff like that, if you ever need me, you know I'm going to be here. Welcome to midlife. You'll do fine. Yeah. Good morning, Craig. On transports? What do you mean, transports? I don't know if I officially told you guys or not, but I turned down that maintenance director position. It just didn't line up. The insurance wasn't right. The pay wasn't right for that amount of responsibility. It would have been the perfect opportunity for me to move up in my career where I wanted to manage. But there's also, at the same time, you know, I got to be responsible for my family as well. And they got to come before me, no matter what my career goals and stuff are. My wife works extremely hard at taking care of our children. So I have to put her above my needs. And just for the simple fact that she takes on so much responsibility, I need to be able to show her that I'm willing to sacrifice for the things that I want to make sure that they're taken care of. And that's what I did. I turned down the director position. I told them the insurance was just way too much. I didn't want to put my family in that type of predicament. And the money wasn't right for that amount of responsibility. And I'd rather just stay where I'm at. We finally got a date. The union is coming in on February 27th. And they are negotiating a contract for us, which we already know what the contract is going to be. It's a tier set. So flag up to 40, it's like 45 or 46 an hour. And then for every 4 or 5 hours after 40, you automatically get bumped like $1.25 an hour raise. And if you get up to 70, you cap out at $59 an hour from zero hours. So every time you move up into a new tier, that number goes to zero, not from 40 and above. So you hit 70 hours in a week, you get $59 an hour. Medical insurance is Blue Cross and Blue Shield PPO through a network with thousands of people in the network. So it's extremely cheap insurance for very expensive insurance, basically. It's $10 a month for PPO coverage through Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And then it's $5 a month for dental, $5 a month for vision. So it's $20 a month total for an entire package. And then your pension credits look like 2.25 times what it used to be before. So if you jump into local 701 now and start putting into the union and your pension, within 20 years, you retire, want to pull your pension, something like that, you pull close to $3,800, $3,900 is what it looks like now, and it can only go up from here. So that is a huge, huge benefit. Not only the insurance being super cheap because it's union, but also it's $100 a month for dues. So you're out of pocket every month, $120 max, and that's it. So that's a no-brainer to me. Plus, I'm going to end up getting a pay bump of at least a minimum of like $4 an hour going union. So I wasn't a huge fan of the union, but some places, whenever you work at a facility that can use a little bit more structure, the union's the way to go. All right. I don't know what's your take on the Gordie Howie. I don't even know what that is. I don't know anything about that. Rise and shine, archaic warriors. EMCO is upon Phoenix Rising 2040. Stay strong, brother. Stay away from the fog here in Tampa. It's small pellets falling. Crazy piece. Wow. That was a mouthful, Hector. That was a mouthful. So, anyhow, it seemed like it was the right thing to do is stay put where I'm at. And that's what I did. Stay put where I'm at. Because it was a safe move. All right, I got to get out of here. You guys want a message on this video, I'll come back and I'll look. But I got to go. Got to get to work. Love y'all. Talk to you. Be blessed.